Hi, my name is Dale with Buchanan Custom Cues. There's a gentleman looking at a professional repair lathe made by Todd, which in my opinion is a very good investment, especially seeing as it already has the new headstock on it. It's actually got the capability of doing 24, there's 24 points on here that you can actually index. And you can do it very, very well. I actually take this headstock off this, my tag lathe here, and I actually will put it on my inlay machine here. Works very well for doing inlays as well. Maybe I'll show you guys a video of that sometime. Maybe I won't. This inlay machine is really dirty at the current time. Bought this off of John Spitz. Nice man. Nice family. Makes some really awesome cues, I tell you what. So basically here it is. Gentleman asked me what all did I add to make this a cue building lathe. Well, really I didn't add much. I already had the steady rest originally. All I did was add another one right here. That way all the work's nice and close together. You don't get no jump. A lot of times if it's too far apart you get a little bit of jump. I can actually do very nice joint work with this. I just had a gentleman that had a Viking with a quick release that bent his pin. I actually repaired it on this lathe. Basically one thing you want to buy is you're going to want to buy a spur drive. The reason why is you want your wood to be chucked up properly in the chuck, and you don't want your router to actually cut into your chuck. Next thing is a router mount. You got to have the router mount in order to mount the router. Todd actually sells every bit of these items except for the router and the bits for the router. Next thing is you want a little bit longer live center. That way the router doesn't cut into it while it's on the cross slide. Router. DeWalt makes a really nice one. Porter cable's another one that everybody uses. I think the Porter cables is a little bit louder than the DeWalt. I had it for a while and ended up burning the motor up. I've actually had this one for about 2 years now. It's been very well. Really used it. There's the number on it if you guys want to find it. I believe Lowe's is actually one of the main companies that actually carry it. I want to say when I bought that one it was $90. I don't know if they went up since then. We all know that you want a V-bit for cutting points. $40 you get two different ones. There's a company that I'll send you some information on if you want to know any more about that. These bits here I buy at my local farm and home. I actually use this particular bit on every 4 cues. Every 4 cues after tapering it, I actually will throw it away just because I want my bits to be a little bit sharper. Everybody needs a caliper is what I call it. Somebody might say it's something else. I bought this one at Harbor Freight. Really good, make sure you don't drop these digital gauges. Once you drop them, they're just not accurate enough. I've got one to prove that. That's basically it. And then of course you want drill bits. You can never have too many drill bits. Again, I probably go through drill bits, I'd say every 4 to 5 cues, just because I like keeping them sharp. I don't want them jumping on me. The sharper they are, the better they are, unless you go ahead and spend the extra money on carbine bits. Which, get into cue building, there's not very many people that will actually want to shell out that money. Another thing you want to get, I have 2 sets of collets. The reason why is, of course, I've got 3 spots where I hold the cue. Just like to have it. Here you go. Come on over this way. There's my dogs, my shop dogs. I got 3 of them big boys. 2 females and 1 male. Should have never done it, right? Well, here's 3 cues I'm actually working on currently. Believe it or not, I just did a few passes on them the other day. These are actually the points works. I mean, the points are just fantastic. I mean, they're not off by much. Of course, that's ebony. Ebony is extremely hard to work with in my eyes. This one here is a Buchanan. Of course, this one here I actually put some veneers in, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. My camera's not very well. This is being taped on an iPhone, which this one here is actually a Purple Heart, and this actually breaks apart right here. It's actually going to be a jump brake. Now back to the shafts. When I say you can't really make shafts on this machine, just because it's more of a carom taper. Carom taper is from one point to another point. It's a straight taper. There's no change. Most of your shafts, minus mine, I kind of tweak them just a tad bit. I buy them from Atlas Billiards. Not too bad. This one's more of a carom taper because I put my own taper on it because I like a little bit stiffer hit. So I actually made it a little bit more straight all the way down through here. Your normal shaft will actually taper 4 spots normally. Again, you can buy your shafts and still make a really nice cue. This particular shaft I've actually had in the shop for about 3 years now, and it is actually rolling very well. I don't remember the dimensions, or I'd tell you that right off the top of my head. I want to say that's 900, and this is like a little bit over 13 millimeters, 1347 if I remember right. And of course, you want to drill them for center and find out where you want to turn them from, and you can find out if they're straight or not. That's about it. I hope that that helps out with what you're actually asking me. More than likely not. It's really not intended to be a cue building lathe, but every cue that I've ever built, I've actually made on this lathe. Todd makes a really nice, respectable lathe. Especially now that he's got the newer motors. I don't think they're half horse. I don't remember sorry, I don't even know how big the motors are. All I know is they're a little bit more powerful than the one I have here. This one here actually has brushes in it, and if I get it too hot, it actually literally starts smoking. Yeah, it's been fun with the wood out here. I tell you what. I hope that helps. Thanks. Have a nice day.